In November 1996, ADF perpetrated its first large-scale attack on towns of Bwera, Mpondo, Lubiriha, where over 50 people were killed, many sustained injuries, and others abducted. 2 years later, in 1998, ADF raided Kichwamba Technical College in Kabaro district, killing 80 students. On the night of Friday, 16th June 2023, ADF attacked Lubiriha Senior Secondary School in Nyabuganda Parish, Kalambi Sub-County, in Kasese district, where 37 people have been confirmed dead, 6 abducted, and 8 were injured.
This is not the first time that the ADF is crossing into Uganda to do that. You remember what happened in Kichwamba. You remember what happened in Toroko. In Toroko, it was interesting. They caught us. They came in the proper time where it was time that the army is always ready. But this one was in a place that we didn't expect, near Mpondwe, very near Mpondwe, and nobody would suspect this. But it's the borders. The borders are so porous. These guys can cross anywhere. And the UPDF doesn't deploy in every single point of these borders, no. Police itself, police may not also deploy everywhere. It's just the porous borders that has caused all this. So you can't say that the borders are seriously and strictly protected, no. Yeah. This place here in Rubiriha, Mpondo Secondary School, they came last night at around 11 o'clock, between 11 and midnight, probably between 5 to 10, with some 3 guns. They came to this school, Mpondo Rubiriha Secondary School, which is a very small school, an NGO school, funded by a Canadian NGO, with a population of 63 students, 20 boys in one dormitory, almost 27 boys in one dormitory, and around 28 girls in one dormitory. They reached to the security, held him up, and shot him in the head. As the boys tried to do commotion, to check on what was happening outside, the boys went to the doors in their dormitory, which was actually locked. They tried to lock the dormitories behind them so that these guys would not come in. So what these guys did, picked some petrol in a bottle, and threw in through the window, the glass windows, and threw inside, and the petrol exploded and the mattresses caught fire. And you know, this was a very small room with over 20 students inside, and this is boys, and it caught fire. So once it caught fire, there was no way these boys would come out. The other windows were all burglar-proofed. So the smoke was so choking. So once these ADF thugs saw the other dormitory for the boys burning, they ran to the girls. And unfortunately, the girls had that confusion, but they didn't know what was happening. Unfortunately, some of them failed what to do, and these guys just went and butchered them, hacking them with pangas, with pickaxes. Very unfortunate, and we lost 20 of those girls on spot. And but with the boys, the 20 died. The 17 of them died in that Mayfire. 3 of them jumped out and ran in that confusion. They survived with injuries, but 1 was not injured out of the 20. The security guy died, 20 girls died, and that's what happened. They burnt the dormitories for the girls, they burnt the store where there was food, the library was also burnt. And then on their way as they went, they were running out, they also found an old woman in the neighborhood of the school. They killed a very old woman, some like 60, 70. They went ahead and grabbed a few people, like 2, 3, killed 1 again. They continued ahead again and killed 1. Which is a typical ADF signature. Because this is pressure, they are under huge pressure. And that's what they have to do, to show the world that they are still there, and to show the world that they can still do havoc, which they did. But all this is because of the pressure we have unleashed on them in the Eastern Congo, specifically in the North Kivu, today in the areas south of Beni and Butembo.
Now, in the hospital currently, we also have 2 students who were stigmatized, survivors, traumatized, and we thought they should spend a night in the hospital as a way of being rehabilitated and reduce on their pressures, instead of taking them directly home when that situation is actually ringing in their heads. Then also have 2 students also who were injured, and they are on bed, they are admitted. They are still being watched by the medical personnel.
The director of the school has some conflict with other board members as they started the school. You see, these private enterprises in partnership, there becomes problems. So we are suspecting problems might have come from the administration of the school.
Because in my office, there's no record about those disagreements. But if they are coming up, then I think that is new information that we cannot disregard, but pick interest in it and continue finding out exactly what it is. So in disagreement with who, you can't tell. Over what, you can't tell.
Because we are wondering, these people, how did they pass to all homes from the work from Congo directly to the school after uttering all those sad news, and they went back without doing anything to any family.
This is also what we are wondering about. Killing innocent students, innocent learners. These are soft grounds. I think the terrorists are failing to attack the major points. I know they will be repulsed.
The 301 Brigade under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Jet Liabe are pursuing the ADF in the jungles where they are suspected to be hiding. Over 2 decades, UPDF has been conducting operations in Rwenzori sub-region, battling the ADF until the initiation of Operation Soldier in 2021.
Of why they would want to go and work in Congo, but they fear for the security and in terms of roads. I told them, no, the roads are now secure from Beni up to Butembo, from Beni up to Kasindi, so they can as well go and do business. I explained to them the reason as to why the government of Uganda, particularly the president of Uganda, has been constructing the road from Kasindi to Beni, Beni to Butembo, and eventually to Kisangani. So I told them the UPDF protects those roads. And if the UPDF protects those roads, that means it is free for Ugandans to travel on that road, to do business, and do it in a very safe way.
UPDF and Fadaka Army are conducting a joint military operation codenamed Suja, commanded by Major General Diko Lum, intended to drive the militants out of their bases.
Place, attack, loot, and kill. And they don't only stop in attacking, looting, and killing, but sometimes they even attack the FRDC positions. In most cases, when they get a weak position, they will attack. And once they attack, they get that opportunity to get guns and to get those uniforms. Deployments, yes, that's tactical. That's also operational for us at our levels. But we believe that at an opportune time, we shall make necessary deployments, which I think safeguards the positions of the civilians who go cultivating in all these areas, giving them security en route and strategic areas where we can deploy them. Yes, that we shall effect. When and how, that remains an issue that we shall do ourselves.
In Kasese district, residents expressed support for the Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF deployment in Congo to fight the ADF rebels.
Yes.
Watugambye diki ebere okulira kirabika katuyina essuubi eriga nti tujja kumalako n'okwongera kufuna emirembe. Akasese ebyokwerinda baali batugamba ffe wano ebiri e Congo kati engeri omukulu gyatugambye tugenza okizula nga bya bulimba.
Zaffe ezo tuba tuzekengera sayo n'abantu baveeri bakulosingira mu nsozi zaffe zino eza Rwenzori kati bwe tulengera security ngeri tight naffe no wansi tweyongera okunywera. Kati awo bwe oba tulaba omuntu gwe otategedde engeri gye batuwadde enamba wano olina owayo information tulina meesa awo tuba banywevu.
The public, the message is they must be very vigilant. You see, security begins by you yourself. And I want to assure Ugandans that the UPDF may not be everywhere. Even here within Kasese and Pondwe, we cannot really deploy anywhere. The nearest deployment to this place of UPDF was almost 3 kilometers away. The other farthest was 7 kilometers away from this Pondwe Rubiria Secondary School. Now, security is all about who you see in a place and you don't understand who she or he is. If you don't report such a person, then such happens. So I think security begins with each and every individual in this life.
Wananchi, especially those that tested the wrath of ADF before, are optimistic now about the return of the ADF in Rwenzori after the Operation Suja's intervention. The presence of the rebels in eastern DRC hindered the small cross-border trade. Therefore, securing the eastern part of DRC will give relief to people of Kasese, which